What's up guys, and in today's video I'll be showing you how to make a tree chopping system and respawning system just like in 99 Nights in the Forest. So let's get started. In the first episode we talked about the deer and all that. We don't have to worry about them yet. So let's go to home and let's go to our toolbox, but first let's open an Explore and Properties tab. How? By going to our home and then just pressing these two right here. Then let's go to toolbox and search up for a tree. And let me find it, and yeah, right here. Okay. So now what we gotta do is also add an axe, which we'll look for here. Which one? Oh, this one. Perfect. Yes, please. And let's just get rid of all of these stuff. Now yours can be anything it wants to be. And if you don't know how to make a tool, just comment down below tool tutorial and I'll just make a tutorial about it. Okay, so now that we have a tool, so let me just see the tool, how it looks like. Yeah, it looks good. Okay, so now let's get scripted. But first, let's make our tree be ready, so we're gonna have 0 problems. So first, I'll hover around workspace, press this plus icon and add a folder. If you don't see it, just search up folder and you will see it. Now name the folder trees and put the tree inside the trees folder. Okay, then what we will need to do is just press the tree, press move or 2 and bring it up a bit. Now what we gotta do is start welding and make a part for that tree. So let's just go through all of these parts, and then when we see this trunk part, we're gonna press it and then name it log, and then we're gonna add some weld constraints for it. So the part 0 would be the log, and then part 1 would be any of these parts. So let's go by an order. Now we're still not done yet. What we gotta do is press this log, Command D or Control D, bring it down here, press 3 or right here to scale, and then scale it to around 3 studs. Yeah, when it says 3 right there, 3 point something 0. Yeah, 3 point something 31. Okay, then let's just press the part that we just added. Let's name it part 2. Let's get rid of all of these. How? If you don't see them, it's totally fine. Just press this arrow right next to it and then just select them all and just press delete. Boom, just like that. Then what we need to do is press our log. If you don't see the weld, it's totally fine. Just press the arrow and then press on one of the welds and then just press Command D or Control D. And then we just have to change the part 1 and put it as part 2. Boom, simple as that. Now what we gotta do is just, let me make sure all the parts have their can collide on. If they don't, just, if you see this for can collide, just press once and then boom, you're good. Now let's select the tree, go to primary part, you can just search it up and then put it as log. Okay, perfect. Let's go on our part 2, can collide should be false. Perfect, just like that. And then now what we gotta do is, I am pretty sure that our tree is fully done, so we can start working with it. Now I don't want you to like put it as this because it's gonna look very tall. You see this faint line right here? Bring it lower, lower, lower until you kind of see the faint line is close to the ground. Okay, now what we gotta do is, as we added our axe to the starter pack, we're going to press this plus icon next to our axe, add a local script, add a remote event, and add a script. Okay, Okay, first let's go with the local script and just copy and paste the code in the descriptions or in the comments down below. Okay, so now that we have our local script, I'll just briefly explain what it means. So this is the player, and then it says tool equals script.parent, which just wants to know what our tool is. And then we got the local hit event equals script.parent wait for child hit event. That's going to be a remote event, it's just the name is different. So let's just name it hit event, exactly spelled like this. If you spelled it differently, just change the name right here. And then debounce is just like the player wouldn't auto spam or just keep on like clicking. And then tool.activated means when the player clicked while they're having their tool out. And then debounce equals true, so they won't keep on auto spamming. And then hit event fire server, which our server, which means script, is right here. Paste this script in the descriptions or in the comments down below. And perfect, just like that. And then now we just need some other stuff. So let's open our replicated storage. How? By just clicking this arrow next to it and adding a folder and name it respawn, exactly spelled like this, capital R. Okay, then what we gotta do is just add a part. Just click right here and then bring it closer. And then if you don't have the wood material, it's fine, I'll tell you how to. And then let's just scale it. How you can scale is just pressing 3 or pressing the scale right here. And let's just, I'm gonna make it 2 by 5, sorry. And then if you want to change the material, just press this arrow right next to material and then put as wood, and then click this arrow right next to color and make it as brown. And what, I did not press that for wood. Perfect. So now this will be the log that it will be dropping for us. Okay, so let's name the part as log, and then let's add a where's that one? Drag detector, and then call it player drag, just like that. And then we're going to add a local script inside of the player drag and add a beam inside the local script. So the local script for the drag logic would be in the descriptions or in the comments down below as well. Okay, so now that I pasted it, and I think it should be working, but first let's just put our log inside replicated storage, just like that. Okay, so I forgot one thing, which was to show you guys what the player drag will look like. So the max activation distance will be 20, and then the run locally is false, physical, everybody, translate view plane, enabled should be true, and the axis should be 1, orientation 180-90, secondary axis 100, world axis is 010, and world secondary axis is 100. Max drag, okay, all these are 0 for drag limits, and for dragged amounts 0. We don't need the image. Mode switching, no. Okay, physics responses, it'll have 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 zeros and a 1 right after, so 1 and then 7 zeros right after. And then we got 10,000 and for max torque, and the responsiveness should be 30. And then attributes, if you don't have it, it's totally fine, just press this plus icon and I'll name it as dist, and then put it as number, because I already made it, it is already there, you know, and then put it as 10. Perfect. So now let's test the game out. Okay, perfect. Comes up and down, and then it falls, and then we got the tree logs which we will have, and then I'll make it like they can feed it to the fire, and boom, we have also the respawning effect, which is perfect. Boom. Okay, I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I hope this helped you, and have a good day or night. Bye.